Look younger now. 10 hair don'ts every woman over 60 needs to know. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a pang of disbelief at the reflection staring back at you? It's as if that vibrant, lively person you once knew is slowly fading away, leaving behind a stranger. If you're over 60, you're not alone in this feeling. Hair changes are a common part of aging, becoming thinner, drier, and often sprinkled with gray. Yet many women cling to the same styling routines that once made them feel fabulous, unaware that these approaches might be holding them back. Take my client, Linda, for instance. At 68, she sat in my salon chair. Her shoulders slumped as she confessed, "I just want to feel like myself again." Her hair, once a glorious mane of thick, shiny locks, had become a shadow of its former self. After years of neglecting the changes her hair was undergoing, she found herself frustrated, spending precious time trying to recreate a look that simply wouldn't stick anymore. Statistics suggest that nearly 60% of women experience noticeable hair thinning after 60, a reality that can be both heartbreaking and isolating. The hormonal shifts that accompany menopause can wreak havoc on our hair, making each strand finer and less resilient. But here's the good news. With the right guidance and a few simple tweaks, you can reclaim your confidence and transform your appearance. Today, I'm excited to share the common hair mistakes I've witnessed countless women make, and the practical solutions that have revitalized their looks and spirits. So let's dive in and discover how to turn back the clock on your hair, because embracing your beauty at any age is what truly matters. Ignoring thinning hair. Have you ever found yourself staring at your hairbrush in disbelief, wondering when your once lush hair turned into a mere whisper of its former self? You're not alone. After 60, many women experience thinning hair that can feel both shocking and disheartening. Just ask my client, Carol, who came to me one rainy afternoon, her eyes filled with worry. "Richard," she said softly, "why does my hair look so flat and lifeless? I feel like I'm losing not just my hair but a part of myself." Carol at 65 had always been proud of her thick, bouncy curls, but as the years passed, she noticed more scalp showing through, and her ponytail feeling alarmingly flimsy. Surprisingly, she wasn't imagining it. Many women, nearly half, find themselves facing this reality as they age. The hormonal changes that accompany menopause can significantly impact our hair, causing it to become thinner and less vibrant. The good news? It's completely normal, and there are ways to regain that confidence. For Carol, we opted for a stylish, layered cut that framed her face beautifully, giving her hair the appearance of fullness without adding weight. We also introduced lightweight volumizing products designed specifically for mature hair that offered lift at the roots. Within weeks, Carol's transformation was remarkable. "I can't believe how much better I feel," she exclaimed, her smile radiating joy. If you see a little more scalp than you'd like or your hair is losing its volume, don't despair. Embrace these changes as opportunities for new styles and products that can revitalize your look and boost your confidence. Let's take control of your hair journey together. Holding on to outdated hairstyles. Have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself in a store window and thought, "What happened to my hair?" It's a startling realization that many women over 60 face, just like my client Susan, who walked into my salon one afternoon with a hairstyle frozen in time. Sporting the same bob she had worn since the 1980s, she looked at me with a hint of nostalgia and said, "I just can't let go of it. It was my favorite look." Yet, as we chatted, it became clear that this beloved style was no longer serving her. With the years, her hair had lost volume and bounce, and the once flattering cut now highlighted the fine lines on her face rather than enhancing her natural beauty. It's easy to cling to familiar hairstyles. They hold memories, capturing moments of youth and confidence. However, when a style feels outdated, it can age you more than you realize. Many women find themselves in a similar situation, spending more time styling their hair, yet feeling less satisfied with the results. Susan's styling routine had become a chore, and she often received fewer compliments than she used to. Together, we decided to modernize her look without losing the essence of what she loved. We softened her bob into a chic, layered cut that framed her face beautifully and added movement. The transformation was awe-inspiring. Just a few weeks later, she beamed with pride. exclaiming, "I feel like I've stepped back into my prime." The right hairstyle doesn't just make you look younger, it celebrates who you are now. So if you find yourself holding on to a style that no longer feels like you, it might just be time for a change. Embrace the opportunity to refresh your look and reignite that spark of confidence. Overlooking hair color changes. Have you ever felt a jolt of surprise when you notice those silver strands creeping in, seemingly overnight? It's a common experience for women over 60, and it can be both beautiful and intimidating. Just ask my client, Ellen, who came to me one sunny afternoon, her eyebrows furrowed in distress. "I just don't recognize myself anymore," she lamented, her once rich chestnut hair now a mix of gray and dull brown. Ellen had spent years dyeing her hair the same dark shade, hoping to hold on to her youthful appearance. However, as the natural aging process took its course, her hair texture changed, becoming coarser and less manageable. What she didn't realize was that her color choices were actually accentuating her fine lines and making her look older. This is a reality many women face, but it doesn't have to be daunting. Instead of fighting the natural transition, I encouraged Ellen to embrace her silver strands while adding dimension to her hair. We opted for a stunning balayage technique that blended her natural gray with soft, warm highlights. The result was transformative. Not just in her appearance, but in her spirit. "I feel like I've reclaimed a part of myself," she beamed, her eyes sparkling as she admired her reflection. The right hair color can illuminate your face and bring out your best features, rather than casting harsh shadows. Whether you have warm, cool, or deeper skin tones, there's a perfect palette waiting for you. So, if you find yourself clinging to outdated colors that no longer complement your natural beauty, it's time to explore new shades and techniques. Embrace the evolution of your hair color and watch how it can rejuvenate not just your look but also your confidence. Using the wrong hair products. Have you ever found yourself frustrated in front of the mirror, wondering why your hair just won't cooperate? It's a feeling I've seen time and again with my clients, especially those over 60. Take Linda, for example, a vibrant 70-year-old who walked into my salon one day, her hair looking limp and lifeless. "I've been using the same products for years," she admitted, her voice tinged with confusion. "Why isn't my hair bouncing back like it used to?" As we talked, it became clear that Linda's beloved styling products were no longer the allies they once were. The hormonal changes that accompany aging can significantly alter the texture and needs of your hair, leaving it finer and more porous. Unfortunately, many people continue to use the heavy creams and oils that worked when their hair was thicker, unaware that these products can weigh down and dull their strands. We decided to revamp her hair care routine completely. I introduced her to lightweight, sulfate-free shampoos and nourishing conditioners designed specifically for mature hair. We also swapped her heavy styling cream for an alcohol-free mousse that provided volume without the extra weight. The transformation was astonishing. Just a couple of weeks later, Linda returned with a beaming smile and a new bounce in her step. "I can't believe how lively my hair looks," she exclaimed, her curls springing back to life. The right products can make all the difference. If you're still relying on old favorites that might be holding you back, consider reassessing your hair care arsenal. Embrace the opportunity to discover new tailored products that cater to your hair's evolving needs. After all, with the right tools, you can unlock the vibrant hair you deserve at any age. Skipping regular trims. Have you ever clung to the idea of growing your hair long only to find it looking more unruly than glamorous? It's a common tale, especially among women over 60, like my client Patricia. When she first came to my salon, she proudly declared, "I'm growing it out." Yet, as she settled into the chair, I couldn't help but notice the split ends that told a different story. Patricia hadn't had a trim in over a year, and while she dreamed of long flowing locks, her hair had become dry and frizzy, losing its shape entirely. What she didn't realize was that skipping regular trims was holding her back from achieving the very look she desired. Hair growth naturally slows with age, and without consistent maintenance, those fragile ends can split further up the shaft, resulting in more breakage and a loss of volume. Together we crafted a plan to revitalize her hair, I recommended a trim every 10 weeks, just enough to keep her ends healthy, without sacrificing length. When she returned for her first appointment, I could see the transformation already beginning. After just a few inches off, her hair felt lighter and looked shinier. I had no idea how much better it could feel, Patricia exclaimed, a newfound sparkle in her eyes. Regular trims are not just about aesthetics. They're essential for maintaining the health and vitality of your hair. If you've been holding off on that haircut, consider this your sign to embrace the scissors. You'll be amazed at how a simple trim can breathe new life into your hair and boost your confidence, allowing you to enjoy the journey of aging gracefully. Overusing heat styling tools. Have you ever felt like your hair is fighting against you every morning? No matter how much effort you put into styling it. This was the case for my client Sarah, a spirited 66-year-old who walked into my salon one day with a frustrated sigh. "I can't seem to get my hair to hold a curl anymore," she said, running her fingers through her dry, brittle strands. As we chatted, it became clear that Sarah had been relying heavily on her flat iron and curling wand for years, often cranking up the heat to achieve the perfect style. But as we age, our hair becomes more delicate and less resilient, making it susceptible to damage from high temperatures. When I examined her hair closely, I noticed split ends and a rough texture that told a story of heat overload. Together, we devised a plan to rescue her hair from the brink of disaster. I encouraged Sarah to embrace heat-free styling methods, suggesting she try a few simple braids while her hair was damp to create natural waves. We also incorporated a lightweight mousse to add volume without the need for heat. On the rare occasions she needed to use her styling tools, I advised her to keep the temperature below 300 FF and to always apply a heat protectant first. Within just a few weeks, Sarah returned to the salon. Her hair transformed. "It feels so much healthier and looks vibrant," she exclaimed, her confidence shining through. By reducing her reliance on heat styling, she not only revitalized her hair, but also discovered a new, effortless way to embrace her natural beauty. If you find yourself reaching for those hot tools daily, consider giving your hair a break. Your locks will thank you. Ignoring your natural growth patterns. Have you ever stared in the mirror trying to style your hair just the way you want it, only to watch it flop back to its natural state? This was exactly what happened to my client, Marie, a vibrant 72-year-old with a spirited personality. When she came in one afternoon, she expressed her frustration. "No matter what I do, my hair just doesn't listen to me." As we talked, I discovered that Marie had been battling against her hair's natural growth patterns for years, trying to force it into a style that simply wasn't suited for her. She'd spent countless hours blow-drying and straightening her hair, only to find it reverting to its natural waves by lunchtime. What she didn't realize was that embracing her hair's natural tendencies could actually simplify her routine and enhance her overall look. I suggested that we take a step back and let her hair do what it does best. After washing, we allowed her hair to air dry naturally, observing how it fell and where it parted. To accommodate her natural growth patterns, we crafted a layered cut that highlighted her waves while providing shape and movement. Marie's reaction was priceless. "I can't believe I've been fighting my hair all this time," she laughed, her face lighting up as she admired her new look in the mirror. Understanding and working with your hair's natural growth patterns can save you time and frustration. If you find yourself struggling against your hair's natural inclinations, consider embracing them instead. You'll not only simplify your styling routine, but also discover a look that feels effortlessly beautiful and true to who you are. Let your hair be your ally, and watch how it transforms your confidence. Not considering face shape. Have you ever felt like your hairstyle just isn't quite right, but you can't put your finger on why? This was the dilemma my client Julia faced when she walked into my salon one day. Her shoulders slightly slumped. At 69, she had been sporting the same long, straight hairstyle for years, convinced it was the best choice for her. "I thought this cut would be timeless," she said, frowning at her reflection. As we began our consultation, I couldn't help but notice how her hair was actually emphasizing the features she wished to soften. Julia had a beautiful heart-shaped face, with delicate cheekbones and a slightly pointed chin, but her long, flat hairstyle seemed to elongate her face even more. Many women, like Julia, often overlook how the right haircut can enhance their natural beauty by complementing their unique facial features. I gently suggested we explore styles that would better frame her face. Together, we decided on a shoulder-length, layered cut with soft, side-swept bangs that would create balance and add volume around her jawline. The transformation was nothing short of stunning. When she saw her reflection, Julia gasped, "I look so much younger and vibrant. Why didn't I do this sooner?" Understanding your face shape is crucial for finding the most flattering hairstyle. If you've been sporting the same look for years without considering how it harmonizes with your features, it might be time for a change. Embrace the opportunity to find a style that not only enhances your beauty, but also reflects your personality. After all, the right haircut can make you feel like a new person, radiating confidence and joy with every glance in the mirror. Wearing hairstyles too tight. Have you ever removed a tight ponytail after a long day and felt an immediate sense of relief, as if a weight had been lifted? This was the experience of my client, Lisa, a lively 74-year-old who came to me with a concerned look on her face. "I think my hairline is receding," she said, brushing her fingers along her temples. "I've worn my hair in a tight bun for years, but I didn't realize it could cause damage." As we discussed her hair history, it became clear that Lisa's beloved chignon was not just a stylish choice. It was also the culprit behind her thinning hairline. Many women, especially as they age, overlook the impact of tight hairstyles, which can lead to traction alopecia, a specific type of hair loss caused by constant pulling on the hair follicles. Lisa had no idea that her sleek styles, while elegant, were silently damaging her precious locks. Together, we decided it was time for a change. I encouraged Lisa to explore softer, more forgiving styles. We opted for loose, textured updos secured with soft hair ties that wouldn't tug at her scalp. I also showed her how to create chic side braids that offered sophistication without the stress on her hairline. When she saw her new look, her face lit up with excitement. "I feel so much freer and more comfortable," she exclaimed, running her fingers through her hair with newfound joy. If you find yourself constantly opting for tight styles, it might be time to reconsider. Embrace looser, more relaxed hairstyles that allow your hair and scalp to breathe. Not only will you prevent further damage, but you'll also discover a world of beautiful, effortless styles that celebrate your natural beauty. After all, your hair deserves to be treated with the care and love it needs to thrive. Forgetting the power of accessories. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like something was missing, even when your hair was styled perfectly? This was the case for my client, Karen, a vibrant 68-year-old who came into my salon one afternoon, her hair neatly styled but lacking that extra pop. "I just feel like I blend in," she sighed, adjusting her plain, everyday look. As we chatted, I learned that Karen had been so focused on her hairstyle that she had completely overlooked the impact of accessories. I could see the potential. A beautiful scarf or an elegant clip could elevate her entire look. Many women underestimate how accessories can transform not just an outfit but their confidence as well. I suggested we experiment with a few pieces from my collection. We tried a stunning silk scarf that complemented her eye color and added a splash of vibrancy to her hair. Next, we selected a pair of chic statement earrings that framed her face beautifully. The transformation was instantaneous. When Karen caught her reflection, her eyes widened in delight. "I feel like a new woman," she exclaimed, a radiant smile spreading across her face. Accessories aren't just decorative. They are powerful tools that can enhance your style and boost your mood. Whether it's a bold headband, a delicate hairpin, or a colorful scarf, these simple additions can make a world of difference. If you've been neglecting the power of accessories, it's time to embrace them. Let your personality shine through with thoughtful touches that reflect your unique style. You'll be amazed at how a few carefully chosen pieces can transform your look and elevate your confidence, reminding you that beauty knows no age. As I look back on my 40 years as a hairstylist, I'm reminded of something beautiful and profound. True beauty isn't about turning back the hands of time. It's about embracing who you are right now, in this moment. My client, Eleanor, taught me this lesson most powerfully. At 78, she came to my salon feeling defeated by her changing hair. "I just want to look like me again," she whispered, her eyes downcast. After addressing each of the mistakes we've discussed, Eleanor's transformation was nothing short of miraculous. But it wasn't just her hair that changed. It was her entire demeanor. As she stood taller and smiled at her reflection, she said something I'll never forget. "For the first time in years, I recognize myself." That's the true power of addressing these common hair mistakes. It's not about looking younger. It's about looking like the best version of yourself today. Over 70% of women report feeling more confident after making even small adjustments to their hair care routines. Imagine what addressing all 10 could do for you. The journey to beautiful, age-appropriate hair isn't complicated. It simply requires awareness, a willingness to adapt, and the courage to embrace change. Whether it's working with your natural growth patterns, choosing the right products, or finally getting that overdue trim, each step brings you closer to hair that makes you feel alive and vibrant. So, which mistake will you address first? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more beauty wisdom that celebrates your journey. Remember, every woman deserves to feel beautiful at every stage of life, especially you. Let your hair be a reflection of the confident, radiant woman you truly are.